This is BBC News. At least 3 people have died after Hurricane Beryl hit several countries in the Caribbean. Well, here's the latest map of its path. Thousands of people are in temporary shelters and without power after strong winds battered the islands of St Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada and St Lucia. Jamaica and Haiti are next in its path and bracing themselves. Now, let's take you through some of the latest pictures that we have. These are from St Lucia. You can see the boats there getting smashed and the flooded streets, of course. And these pictures are from the eastern coast of Mexico. The rains caused from Hurricane Beryl caused the river here to burst its banks. As you can see, the whole town there flooded. Let's cross over to Florida and speak to Alison Ray, Chief Meteorologist at Florida-based TV station NBC2. Thank you for coming on the programme.
Thank you for having me.
So this seems a really, really significant weather event here.
Yeah, this is unprecedented. This is absolutely something that is not typical for this time of year in the Caribbean. We are no strangers to major hurricanes, but this was a Cat 5 yesterday. Now it's a Cat 4. But a Category 5, this is the earliest we've ever recorded a Category 5 in this season. The last record was a few weeks away. So our last record of a Category 5 in July was not until July 17th. So this is unusual. And of course, as you've shown the picture, it's dangerous.
Yeah, give us a rough idea of Category 5. What does that mean? What kind of power are we talking about and potential destruction?
So yesterday, those winds were nearing, they were at 185 mile per hour winds, gusting higher than that. So you're talking almost 200 mile per hour winds possible in some areas in those islands that ripped on through. And the rain is going to be significant with rain and flash flooding, but this is a very fast moving hurricane, relatively speaking, at 22 miles per hour off to the west. So really the biggest threat here that we have with this storm at the present time is the wind. So you talk about 200 mile per hour winds, or up to that point, 150 to 150 miles per hour up to 200 miles per hour. That's going to take roofs off. That's going to damage buildings. That's going to knock trees down on top of buildings. And without any good infrastructure, you're going to see catastrophic damage.
And Alison, if we just take a look at the projected path again, just to take a look of where it kind of originated there, we can see. Talk us through what the expectation is of exactly where this goes now.
So Jamaica is the prime next target, unfortunately. So our thoughts and prayers are going to be for them. And hopefully they're taking all the necessary precautions they can in Jamaica. They are going to have, it may weaken a little bit. It's already down to Cat 4, but saying it's weakening is not saying much because we're still talking about a powerful major hurricane. It may weaken tomorrow as it approaches Jamaica to a Category 3, but we're still talking about winds over 120 miles per hour moving through that island. So tomorrow, Jamaica is kind of the hot spot that we're going to be looking out for. It should stay far enough away to have significant damage or impacts for places in Hispaniola. But then after Jamaica will come the Yucatan. It might weaken a little bit more, but it will still stay potentially a Category 1 or even a tropical storm at that point.
I see. And just give us a sense of, I suppose, if we zoom out, you mentioned how unusual it is at this time of year to have this. Is this something now that the region just needs to brace for in the years to come? This could become much more normal.
That's a problem, and that's definitely a concern with the waters as warm as they are. The waters right now where this storm developed had waters that are typically this warm not until August or September. So when you have the right conditions, usually this time of year, the water temperature's not there. There's usually a little bit of wind shear, and the storms aren't able to form to be as powerful as Beryl became. The water temperatures are so warm, and obviously we don't see a reason with a warming climate that those water temperatures would cool off drastically year to year. That this is a growing concern that once a storm gets going, it has all the fuel that it needs to get stronger. It just has to find pockets without wind shear. So it's definitely a concern.
Alison Ray, thank you so much for coming on and talking us through that. Thank you.